Okay everyone, just going to give you a walkthrough of my garage gym. Most of the stuff in here is again faster equipment, but this is just to sort of show you what you can do in terms of setting up a gym that's suitable for CrossFit, powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting on a fairly reasonable budget. I did get most of the stuff from again faster equipment, so we'll go through that actually at the end because it takes up the majority of the video. The first part is to show you just in general the size of my gym. So it is a 2-car garage gym with a little bit of extra that you can see off to the side for the cupboards and kitchenette, with a shopper's entry to the main house. So what I did with this space is that sort of on one side I've managed to put just a small 3-tier dumbbell stand. They're just regular Chinese branded dumbbells which you can get from pretty much any fitness supplier, with the standard 3-tier short rack. I didn't get 2.5 kilo increments because I wouldn't have gotten much bang for my buck in terms of weight. So they start out down the bottom with 3 kilos, then 1 5 kilo there, then up the top the second 5, and then 5 kilo increments going 10, 15, and then splitting it up until we get all the way up to 40 kilos at the bottom. So that's 3 kilos, 5 kilos, and then all the way up to 40 kilos in 5 kilo increments. I got 4 wall balls that were on sale, on a clearance sale from SMY Equipment. They mostly do martial arts gear, but they do some CrossFit and weightlifting type gear now. That's just the Wad Life powerlifting belt. It is a good belt, but it's a double prong belt, which means it's a little bit harder to put on than a single prong belt. If I had it again, I'd probably go with a single prong, but in terms of support, it is a brilliant belt. So that's it for the wall balls and the dumbbells. Over to the business end of the gym. Pretty much everything from here on out is from again faster equipment. So I got a Concept 2 rowing machine which just stores neatly against the wall there. I've got a games box which CrossFitters will use for box jumps. I mostly use it for box squats on the lowest side, or plyometric jumps. I've got a battle rope there. You can pick those up from nearly anywhere fairly cheaply. I've got my again faster branded chalk bucket for grip. Now that GHD machine actually had a lot of value if you want to do accessory movement as well. So you can not only do hamstring curls on it, utilising your body weight as the weight. You can do back extension, feet supported sit-ups, and if you straddle it with your legs over the side and your arms over the front, you can actually use it as a pretty decent preacher bench if you're doing bodybuilding style preacher curls. Weight peg there attached to the bottom of the rack just for some stability. At the back I do have just some cheap parallettes that I got from Big W. There we have a dip attachment for the rack, the old standard and highly underrated ab wheel. I've got a Team 2.0 again faster barbell there, and just to back up and give you a full look at the centerpiece of the gym is my again faster 3.0 squat rack with the add-on kits to turn it into a half cage. So the lifting platform is just 2 sheets of plywood that I've purchased, screwed together, glued and polished, and then I've just doubled up to 10mm mats, rubber mulch mats that you can buy from Bunnings for about $30 each. So in terms of weight, I did get 4 5 kilo plates, 2 there and 1 on either side of the rack. Behind that I've got a full 140 kilo training bumper plate set, and then later on as I got stronger I did buy an extra pair of 25s. So all up I've got a fair bit of weight there. I've got 190 kilos worth of competition style training plates, all in black, plus the 420, so I can load up for about 240 kilos with all my little, I've got some 1.25 and 2.5 kilo rubber change plates from Iron Edge before they went out of business. And there's the rack there. So the thing I like about this rack is it starts off as literally just the two front uprights with a stand. You can see they go up to about here originally as just a plain old squat rack. And then later on you can buy a pull-up bar attachment, which is a little bit higher than that. Normally it actually was hitting the ceiling when I first bought it, so I actually got my grinder and I cut the top off it and brought the pull-up bar down a little bit. I'm about 5'8", but it is at a good height where I'm actually reaching up to grab the bar, so just short of my ceiling clearance. And I bought the rear upright kit, which you can see here. Right, so that actually adds plate storage at the back. I did move the two rear plates up one rung. What I found, because I didn't actually buy the pull-up kit initially, all I bought was the pull-up bar on its own to save a bit of money, that the section that the pull-up bar is on actually is supposed to go on the back as part of the storage kit. So normally this whole rack is 12 foot high, but in my case the front post is closer to 10 foot high and the rear post is only about 6 feet high, which is more than enough for me to just have the one elevated pull-up bar. In the bag I've just got various fitness apparatus like cones and bands and things like that. This here is the Spunnic Economy Lap Pulley, which is really just a simple sling with a single cam on it and a high tensile braided wire, which goes to a simple cheap tricep extender. And this here is the genius part. This little strap here, you can insert that through the plates and actually put your plates on this, and then utilise the single pulley for tricep push downs, or then you can get the cheap accessory bars. So down here, that's the original handle that came with the Spud Inc lap pulley system. So that there's the hand strap, which you can put your hand through there. I ended up acquiring just a cheap, very cheap lap pull down bar, and then the tricep extension bar to give myself a couple more options. I've got the Again Faster 2.0 coloured kettlebells there. There's a 12, an 8, a 12, 16, and then 224 kilo kettlebells. Obviously an ab mat there at the back. This here is a brilliant little attachment. It's 70 bucks, and you get two attachment pieces, torsionator attachment pieces for your barbells, which are really good. And then there on either side I've got the Again Faster spotting arms, which I'll just show you how they work. And then put in the top pin there. That locks that into place, so you can bench quite safely, and you can squat in safety as well, although with the bumper plates you can dump the bar if you need to. I do have just a piece of 1.5 inch rope just for pull-ups to provide an alternate means of gripping on the pull-up bar. At the back here I've got an all black women's bar, which is actually more used for my son. Just a couple of toe hitch pins, which I bought from Masters. I think you can get them from Bunnings as well, and you can use that for band attachments. So this actually allows me to either set the bands here on the rack for assisted pull-ups for my son if he needs them, or you can actually hook your bands to them and make yourself a very budget crossover symmetry type thing to work your scapula. This is the storage attachment, which you can get from Again Faster for some barbells. I've just got an easy bar there for bicep curls and tricep overhead extensions, skull crushers, and I keep the women's bar in there. Unfortunately, due to the height where you have to mount the bar holder and my low ceiling, which is about 10 feet, I can't actually put my barbell in that bar holder, but I do fit the women's bar in there, and the smaller easy curl bar. I've got a flat bench as well from Again Faster. One thing I don't have is an incline bench, so when I do want to do incline presses, incline bench press, I actually just stack the 25 kilo plates on top of each other to get the height that I want. I've also got an Again Faster sandbag there. There's one of the internal bags that you can see. You fill those up with sand and you're good to go. Also have just a cheap, well not cheap, it was free, just an old truck tyre that I found, and I use this bad boy here, just the old 5 kilo sledgehammer for a bit of cardio there. Trampoline is for my kids. So there you have it. Pretty much all an Again Faster power cage, half cage type setup with plenty of weight. Few attachments there with a cheap lat pulley system. All the accessory work can basically, there's nothing in here really that you can't do with free weights. Most of the accessory type bodybuilding exercises you can do with a good set of dumbbells and a bench to use. You do pull-ups, chin-ups, deadlifts, reverse curls. The Torsionator is great for V-bar rows, which you can use the little V-handle attachment there you can see on the floor. Whack that around the bar, stick it in the Torsionator, and you're good to go with back rows. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for having a look at the gym.